네, 안녕하세요. 코치 텐입니다. 기억영어 스노우볼 챌린지 46번째 6회차 도전을 시작하겠습니다. 오늘은요, 우리 회사에서 세 번째 공간입니다. 바로 직원 휴게실. 영어로는 스텝 라운지 또는 브레이크 룸 이렇게 하면 됩니다. 네, 여기에 있는 기억볼도 3개만 갖고 와서 연습을 하겠습니다. 자, 바로 갈게요. 자, 할 말 떠올릴게요. 자, 직원 휴게실에 처음에 정수기, 그 다음에 커피 믹스, 타먹는 거, 그 다음에 종이컵이 보입니다. 이거 3가지로 해볼게요. 준비, go. I go to the step lounge, the break room. I get into the break room. I go to the water purifier. I use the water purifier. I press the button. I drink some water. I pick up a coffee mix. I open the coffee mix. I pour the coffee mix into the cup. I pour hot water into the cup. I make a cup of coffee. I drink a cup of coffee. I pick up a paper cup. I use the paper cup. I pour some water into the cup. I drink some water. 됐습니다. 자, 3개 기억볼도 잘 나왔고요. 자, 지금부터는 사무실, 그 다음에 회의실, 그 다음에 여기 직원 휴게실까지 해서 진행을 해보겠습니다. 자, 준비, 할 말 떠올리고요. 앞에 잘 나오는 데는 빠르게 갈게요. 준비, 할 말 떠올리고, go. I go to the office, I get into the office, I go to my desk, I sit down at the desk, I get ready to work. I pick up my ID card, I wear my ID card around my neck, I use my ID card, I clock in, I clock out. I turn on my computer, I check my emails, I make a proposal to use my computers, I turn up the computers. I make a business plan. I use Excel, I use PowerPoint, the software, and I print out the proposal. I pick up a pen, I use the pen, I draw a mind map on the draw a mind map with the pen. There's a calendar on the desk. I look at the calendar. I check the dates on the calendar. I check my meeting schedule with my client. There are some business cards on the table. I pick up some business cards. I put some business cards into my wallet. I look at my steps. I look at my coworkers. I see my coworkers. I say hello to them. I meet my coworkers. I have a small talk with them. I go to the printer, I wait for a moment, I use the printer, I press the button, I print out, I copy the business plan. I go to the fax machine, I wait for a moment, I receive the fax from my customers, I send the fax to my customer. I go to the meeting room, I open the door, I get into the meeting room, I close the door. I close the door in the meeting room. I turn on the light, I turn off the light. I turn on the switch, I turn off the switch in the meeting room. I stand in front of the reservation board. I look at the reservation board. I check the reservation board. I write down my name and time on the board. I book a meeting room. I go to the desk. I sit down at the desk. I wait for my meeting. I wait for my meeting with my clients. I turn on my computer. I look for the presentation file, and I connect and I use the PowerPoint. I turn off the computer. I turn on the projector. I use the projector. I connect the projector to my computers. I turn off the projector. I pick up a mic. I use the mic. I turn on the mic. I turn off the mic. I pick up a laser pointer. I use the laser pointer. I press the button. I keep holding on it. I go to the whiteboard. I stand in front of the whiteboard. I write down my ideas on the board. I draw a mind map on the board. I pick up a pen. I use the pen. I pick up a marker. I use the marker. I pick up an eraser. I use the eraser. I go to the step lounge, the break room. I get into the break room. I go to the water purifier. I press the button. I use the water purifiers. I drink some water. And I pick up a coffee mix. I open the coffee mix. I pour the coffee mix into the cup. I pour hot water into the cup. I stir it. I make a cup of coffee. I drink a cup of coffee. I pick up a paper cup. I use the paper cup. I pour some water into the cup. I drink some water. 됐죠? 잘 나온 것 같습니다. 조금 버벅된 부분이 있는데 그래도 잘 넘어간 것 같아요. 네, 그러면 이렇게 해서 마무리하겠습니다. 감사합니다.